Hello everyone. This video is a tour of my son's new playroom. He is 4 years old and we've had this playroom probably redone for him since he was about 2. But it's very important that a child has their own space to play, but if you are an OCD mom like me, it's also important that everything is neat and organized. So to begin the tour, the room that we chose to be the playroom is actually a den or quote-unquote playroom when we built the home. However, we lived in the home for several years before we actually had our son, so the room was utilized more like an office for us. So the transformation was a huge transformation when we actually moved in. But when we built the home, we actually had French doors placed here to separate the area. And we usually have the doors left open, but I closed them so you can see that there can be privacy and noise reduction if you needed to have your child in the playroom. But this is kind of an overview of the room. It's an average size bedroom. Probably a little bit larger because it doesn't have the fourth wall really. But I'll give you a little bit tour of it. This bookshelf area my husband actually built, and he built it for me before we had our son, and it's specifically for scrapbooking because I love scrapbooking, and I did not have a designated area, so sort of a built-in that he built here for me. And because I still do like to scrapbook, and we don't really have another space, we left that area there, so it's mom's playroom too. But the rest of the room is our son Jonah's, and I'd like to just kind of go quickly through the room and just show y'all what I used and where I got things and the ideas that I got, and kind of give y'all an idea of what you can use in your playroom as well. Of course, the center floor we left open mostly because he is a very active little boy and they do need a lot of floor space to play around. I do have a play rug that we purchased. One of my favorite stores is IKEA, and that was an IKEA rug that I actually purchased for like $10, I think. But he has his little Cars racetrack on there, and once he outgrows that, then that can be moved, and then he can have the rest of the floor to play with other toys. Over here in this little nook, you notice that I have used every little space that is available because I don't like wasted space at all. So in this little corner I found this cute little plaque, "Make each day your masterpiece," and it has these cute little brads on there to hang artwork. I found that at Ross, and it was actually about on clearance, I think, for $5. And I thought it was the cutest thing, and it's perfect in this little area so that we can kind of display his little artwork up there. This area, which is the main toy organization area, this idea I actually got from looking at more expensive playroom ideas on Pinterest and just on the internet. But these bookshelves I purchased for $15 or $14, maybe $16 at Target. I chose white just because it's nice and crisp and clean and universal, and I put 3 of them together. So for about $45, I got this cute little toy organization area. And it's really important to organize your toys because it's better for the child's mind. When he comes into his playroom, everything is in a spot. It's easier for him to, psychologically, it's been proven that kids actually play better, if there is such a thing. they're more productive and their toys get used more. I mean, it's not just a bunch of, it's not like a chaotic room that you walk into. Kids actually play better when things are put away and organized, where they can visually come into the room and visually see everything that they have. And that's kind of how I feel in my life. And that's how I wanted my son to feel when he came into his own personal space as well. Most of the shelves I have tried to keep as organized as possible. Each shelf has its own little theme, I guess. Some shelves, like this one, is just kind of random things. But this is pretty much his Play-Doh shelf. Then you've got puzzles and mostly puzzles on that shelf. He's got his little tool bins over here and some more puzzles. He loves puzzles. Over here, you've got some larger books and his crayon box and a little red pencil box that I think is great for puzzles too. They are perfect because he can take out one of those boxes and do his puzzle and put them back in that box and put them back on the shelf, and they're neat and organized, and they can be reused for something else. So when he's done with the puzzle, we can actually put some other toy or some other item in those to keep those organized. I love plastic containers, and they're so cheap. I mean, you can get these things for $1 at the dollar store. So really, there's no excuse not to be organized. Here he's got his books. You can see all his Dr. Seuss collection there. That is one of his favorites. And then, of course, his new love is Transformers. We have those, and I just displayed those because I just think they look cool. I have to admit that I'm kind of a Transformer fan now because of him. Over here, his random cars lined up because you can never have enough cars if you're a little boy. Up top is really for me. It's really my little decoration ideas. This little teddy bear he got when he was it was a shower gift that I received actually for him. The pinwheels I got in the dollar bin at Target. The little vase was actually I reused it for some flowers that I got. And these little vinyl robot sticker things, that's actually a decoration that was left over from his third birthday party. The little Elmo, that was his cake topper from his second birthday party. So you see that there's just memories that you can, plug in everywhere as decoration. And then his other favorite movie, Toy Story. So he's got his 2 Toy Story characters up there. And don't they just look handsome? I just think they are the cutest. And I think they're great decoration and great toys too. This little creation monster, Bad Hair Day pumpkin, whatever you want to call, was actually his very first artwork that he created at school. So it's a jack-o'-lantern, but he's just kind of interesting. But how cute is that to save that and display it and have it as a memory? So that's what we have up there. And then the final shelf, this is actually a picture of him on his first birthday on a personalized frame that my cousin got for him. I just love it. And I kept that up there. Of course, you've got to have a little whale next to Jonah, and another shower gift. That's a great memory. And this is actually a birthday party treat or party favor that he got that I think just looks cute up there as well. So that's his little organization area. Of course, I have one of the little plastic rubber toy bins also. And I don't care how many toys your kid has, you can keep it organized for the most part. I mean, he's got his dinosaurs. Now, see, this is kind of one of those random bins where you have toys but have absolutely no idea what category they fit in. Happy Meal toys box is what I call that one right there. And then he's got some smaller cars. He's got his Hot Wheels. And he's got his little Power Rangers, and I guess they're action figures, and Ninja Turtles in there. He's got these two containers are actually his Thomas the Train track accessories. And then he's got his whole bin of action figures and Transformers. He's got his medical kit up here, some more action figures, and some more little random cars. So everything nice and put away, just like Mommy likes it. Up top, I wanted to everything was down at the bottom, and I kind of wanted to pick everything up so the eye kind of goes up as well. And for little kids, it's hard to put things up top. You can't really put their toys. Everything has to be down at their level and for reach, but there's other ways to bring the eyes up. I actually bought these little lanterns, which I think they're kind of cool. They kind of remind me of planets or something hanging from the ceiling. I got that as a 3-pack from Hobby Lobby, and I got it when it was 50% off, because everything at Hobby Lobby is eventually 50% off sometime or another. And it was during the springtime, outdoor decoration kind of thing, and those were 50% off. So I just think they look cool up there and festive, and they fill that little corner up. The 3 little sacks up here, the 1, 2, 3, those are another IKEA buy. I think I purchased all 3. They're collapsible little bins that you don't really even have to hang up there. We just have 3 windows, and I felt like I needed something up there. But you can actually use those on the shelf, which would be really cute to fill, maybe crayons in one, or, puzzle pieces or whatever in another one. I just think those are cute. And all 3 together, I believe, was like $7. So if you haven't been to IKEA, check out their website, because it's pretty cool, pretty neat stuff, especially for a kid's room or a playroom. On this side of the wall is where we kind of painted. It's where I really brought in the color. Besides the fact that toys are colorful to begin with, this wall became the accent wall. I just did it a bright candy apple red. And don't think red's not a boy color. Don't think you have to do blue, because I just think red is more vibrant, and it's alive and active and warm, and it's a great color to put into a child's room. Here, pretty much, it's just some more of his little construction toys and some more trucks under there. And these great tables are end tables from IKEA, and I paid like $4.99 for each one of these tables. So yeah, less than like $15. I made this great table for him. And this is where he has his Thomas the Train track. So if you don't, a lot of boys do have the train tracks, and it's usually all over the floor, taking up space, and not really put together. And this room is just not large enough for a train table per se. So I have these 3 tables here. I just kind of made the track long so that he can have a wall here that him and his friends can play with all his Thomas the Train stuff. So it's pretty neat. And when he outgrows the train track, he can use that table for other things, end tables, or he can use them for whatever. They're just the right level for kids to sit at, or to stand at, or to kneel at, really. So neat little table idea. The artwork that I chose in here, I didn't want to go too kiddie. And I saw this print, and this is called Alpha Rain. I saw this print at online, actually, and then I found it at Hobby Lobby. But it's just a cool, rugged, industrial-looking print, and it has numbers and letters and just all random sizes, and it's kind of like it's a rain of letters. And then I just framed that in a simple black frame, and I think it's just enough abstract on that red wall. Up here, I actually hung this cool plane up here. He got this as a Christmas present last Christmas when he was 3 years old. But it's just a little too delicate for him. And after we purchased it, we realized that we didn't want to return it because it's still a really cool plane. And I got it at an awesome, unbelievable price because I am the queen of bargain. Shopping, yeah, I found it on Black Friday and I think I got it for $15 at Toys R Us. So it's really cool. It opens up and a little emergency vehicle or something comes out of it. But because it is kind of fragile for him, it's a very light plastic. I hung it with fishing wire and you can see the fishing wire because of the light glaring on it. But really, it looks like it's just flying midair over his train track. And I'm telling you what, every kid that's been in this playroom thinks that's just the coolest thing. So you should try it. Hanging stuff from the ceiling, kids like a lot. So you would think that's it, but I still had this hallway here that led to a hallway bathroom and then his bedroom there. And there was just this space right here that I had no idea what to do. It's not really a good play area, for one thing, because it's on a hard surface floor and it's kind of in a walking path here. So my friend's house actually had a chalkboard. They purchased a model home, and the model home had a chalkboard on the wall in their little play area. So I actually made this chalkboard. It's just chalk paint, black chalk paint on top of a piece of cardboard that we had in the garage, and my husband kind of trimmed it out with trim, painted it the same candy apple red as our accent wall. Found these very cute metal industrial looking letters at Hobby Lobby, and they match the artwork perfectly. And then these bins, which are another clearance item that I found at Target for like $10 a piece. These are for random other toys, larger toys, like dress up stuff. Like here's all his superhero Avenger dress up stuff, and then his balls, which half of them are outside, but yeah, this would be where his balls go, and other little games and toys and construction hats and things like that. Just larger toys that you really don't know where to put them. This is a great place to do that. If you have girls, trust me, they have stuff like Barbie cars and Barbie dream houses and all just other sorts of random things that can fit in there as well. Dress up clothes. And here I'm trying to start I was trying to come up with a little idea for this extra little space. And I was just kind of brainstorming and wanted to make it like a little dress up area as well. He doesn't have a bunch of dress up clothes. I mean, he's a boy, so they're kind of limited, but he does have his little superhero cape and his superhero mask up there right now. And he's very proud to hang them up there. He thinks that's really cool. And then the final little wall over here, I have the matching art piece, the matching print to the photo that I showed you earlier on the other wall, which was called Alpha Rain. This was called Alpha Fire. So the letters are bundled up at the bottom and they kind of thin out towards the top, and they're more of a red orangey burning color. So I think those prints really accent each other well, and I think they are a great idea and an inexpensive idea, and keeping the room not so kiddie. So he can actually grow with these prints for years to come. So that's it. That is my child's playroom, and every kid that's been in this playroom has enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed it. I think it's very easy when you have everything organized to actually go in, pick up and put things up and put them where they need to. It's easier to clean up. It's easier to find things, and toys are expensive, so you don't want to have lost pieces and lost toys and just chaos in your home, because it doesn't look good. This is the front of our home. It's sort of the front area of our home. When you enter in, through the front door here, this is kind of, you see this room. And so sorry to spin y'all around there. And so I want it to be neat, but I want it to be welcoming for the kids when they come in. And, of course, my big rule is no toys leave this playroom area. Occasionally, my son can carry one of his bins or something into another room if he wants to play in there, but that bin has to come back before another toy leaves it. So we have a system, and it works, and it teaches your kid obedience and gives him playtime and pleasure, and makes mom happy as well. Keeps our house very neat. This baby gate was actually put up before we had our son for our dogs, to stay out of the carpeted area and stay in the family area there. But it works for our son as well, and other kids that come over and play. We can kind of keep them contained in the play area, which keeps the toys contained in the play area. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the Playroom tour, and please subscribe for further tours, and leave any comments and questions. Thanks.